run at me. This guy kind of hides if you're here. Okay, let's clean out the two guys on the top floor here first before I go kill those, or before I try and kill those werewolves. Ooh, yeah, he took a nice amount of damage from that swing. Got some counterattack damage there because he was like, I'm gonna attack these boxes, and I'm like, that's not a good idea. Alright, come on, werewolf bitch. Come in here, buddy. We're just gonna cheese this shit out. 10,000 blood, nothing to mess with. Anything less than, like, a couple hundred blood, fine. 10,000 though, no. Basically, we have an entire boss fight riding on this. On whether or not I can kill these guys and the rats and everything down in the sewers. I got super duper lucky there. Because he, for all intents and purposes, should have gotten me. Should have gotten me there. But thankfully he did not. So we are still alive. The dream of recouping the blood that we dropped in the sewers, still alive. Hope is still going, boys. I love this, because this is like... This is another one of those areas where it's like... If you didn't know it was down here, you could have easily missed it. Where it's like... Because you have to roll through boxes and go down ladders and basically outside of the means of, like, exploration, usually. Okay, we're going to let him go down. And we're going to fight guy number 2 over here. And hopefully guy number 2 is willing to get visceraled. Which is so weird, because I couldn't visceral the first guy for some reason. Okay, blood vial. Now, is that guy climbing back up to fight me, or is he just going to try and take me on down there? And where did my blood go? It's got to be down here somewhere. Got that rat. There's my blood. So my blood is right here. And we are going over here, which, hey look, a guy guarding some stuff. Thankfully, I know how to visceral attack these dudes pretty handily. So we're just gonna come in and gut him to pieces. And he's gonna give us some blood vials. Don't really need them, but we'll take them. The thing we came here for the first time, the Hunter's set. So, when in doubt, Hunter it up. Oh yeah, we now look like a boss. We got this cool hat with the frayed back. We have a trench coat with like a shoulder pauldron covering thing. We got our 10,000 souls back. There's rats. There's a lot of rats. I don't know why there are so many rats. Actually, it's a sewer. I know why there's so many rats in the... There's the guy that fell down. He was stuck behind a thing. He's going to try and chase me, but this rat's going to get to me first. And then he's going to get killed because visceral attacks are the shit. You know what? We're going to heal because he's going to give me... He's not going to give me what I thought I was going to get. Which is kind of funny. Note to self, team. Never use an item because you think you're going to get another one. Because as soon as you do, no item will give you, or it won't drop you the item that you think you're getting. You guys guarding anything down here? Or is this literally just, the dead end here? It's just the dead end. You weren't guarding anything. But, however, we are going to backtrack out of here now. Because that is kind of the end of it. And if you go to the end, if you go down into the sewers there where I just came out of, and you go all the way to the end, basically all the way down to where I picked up the hunter's garb there. Sorry, I got distracted by this guy who wanted to come and kill me and take my 12,000 souls. If you go all the way to the end, basically where I picked up the stuff at, and look off the edge of that, it drops down into the pit with all the guys that are laying around like the giant decaying bodies with the gangless arms, basically. And it's that pit. You're just like 3 floors above them. So you can technically go down to that end and drop into the hole, but I don't really care to do that, because then it would put way more things between me and where I want to go, like back to cash out my souls at, or my blood, basically. Because I'm going back to level and to see what the shop will sell me. And must be my weapon is damaged heavily, because I'm doing way less with this on people than I should be. Sorry about that. Sometimes you just gotta sneeze. When you gotta sneeze, and we're not editing that out. You guys are just gonna have to deal with the fact that I have to sneeze sometimes, unfortunately. So back into the Hunter's Nightmare we go. Alright, so first things first, before we spend all our points all of our blood leveling. Sorry, I keep wanting to call it souls, it is blood. Before we do that, we're going to go back here. So, as you can see, we can already see new stuff. So, new things that we can buy. Antidote. Medicinal pills that counteract poison. The hand lantern. Probably one of the most useful items in the game. We are going to buy this. We're only going to buy one. You only ever need one. It's a never-ending torch that doesn't take up your hand slot. It is the shit. Hunter Chief Emblem. It costs 10,000 souls, so we could buy it. Key to the gate to the Grand Cathedral's round plaza. Now, that is a doorway that we will have to go through in the not-too-distant future. I think there's a boss fight between us and it. And, yeah. So it is a cloth emblem that belonged to the captain of the church hunters long ago. Opens the main gate that leads to the round plaza of the great cathedral. The main gate is shut tight on nights of the hunt and can only be opened from the other side with this emblem. In other words, the captain's return and this emblem determine the end of the hunt. So, more or less, somewhere along the line, this did not make it back. The hunt never ended. So we are in the middle of the hunt. Okay, there's a weapon for sale. The Kirkhammer. A trick weapon typically used of the Healing Church's hunters. On one side, an easily handled silver sword. On the other, a giant obtuse stone weapon characterized by a blunt strike and extreme force of impact. The church takes a heavy-handed, merciless stance towards the plague of beasts, an irony not lost upon its wielders, upon the wielders of this most symbolic weapon. So it's a sword that you put inside its sheath, which is connected to basically a giant stone tablet, and you just smash people with it. Repeating pistol. Repeating pistol typically used by Healing Church hunters, crafted with mostly metal parts and exhibiting a complex design, and repeating pistol fires 2 shots at once, making it a ravenous consumer of quicksilver bullets. Should be used sparingly compared to its workshop counterpart as the trump card in one's arsenal. Ooh. And then there's the Yarnum Hunter armor. Ludwig, the first hunter of the Healing Church, once recruited Yarnumites to serve as hunters. This hunter's attire was made for new recruits and has excellent straightforward defense, but not nearly enough to allow an ordinary man to stand any real chance against the beasts. And basically, it's all exactly the same for that. So, new items, other than the personal effect, which we are going to use for the, what's it called? The hand lantern here. That is the only thing that we are going to put there. So we are going to equip all of our blood dews, because we're actually going to we're just going to pop blood dews here. We're going to see how much blood we can actually accrue here with our blood. And then we're going to level up here. And that'll be a good one, because we are going to have, like, let's see, it looks like 15-4. Wow, 15-4 on the button.
Welcome home, good hunter.
Oh yes, much better. Now we can definitely hear her talking. I would like you to channel my blood, please.
Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
Let's see. Things to upgrade. Just jumping into strength, guys. Strength all the way. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna go to 20 strength. We're gonna go to 20 strength.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Whew, shivers every time she tells me that. Yeah, so we're gonna bump to 20 strength, and I think we're gonna do 20 endurance and then 15 vitality. I believe that's what we're gonna start with. Darn, I'm too short on this. Darn it. Okay. Well, yeah, so we got our, if you notice, we have 4 insight now. 2 from the, what's it called? 2 from killing the Cleric Beast. 1 from entering the Cleric Beast boss arena. You can, and you can actually get them from other stuff too, but I can't, I think if you kill enough stuff in a specific area, you can get them as well. Great Bridge? No. Central Yarnum is still the checkpoint, or is still the bonfire, the hunter's post that we go back to. It's kind of centrally located, plus it gives us easy access to both the boss arenas in the area, with the short run to the Cleric Beast up through the building, and then the other boss run, which we will make here right now, actually, because we have pretty much explored everywhere in this area. So we're going to now begin our trek to boss number 2. Actually, we're going to take the slightly safer route, because if we don't, then there's a good chance that I will get raffle stomped just through my own garbaginess with playing before I even get to the boss arena, and that I don't really want. Oh god, because yeah, I got to run by these 2 big dudes here and get to this elevator, which, if you remember, I think 2 parts ago, something like that, we brought up from down here. Actually, you know what? We're gonna send that back up, because that way when I die, I don't have to wait for that to come up and then back. Okay, so these guys are all gonna chase me down the bridge, and if you remember last time, we stand off to the side here, and we watch them just kind of cluster on the bridge like that. And then here comes the Indiana Jones boulder. And oh man, it's not going to get you guys this time. It didn't get you. Darn, 3 of you decided not to get killed by the boulder, and 1 of you just flat out missed, which sucks. So there's one of these hulking dudes up here, and a guy with a torch. And the dude with the torch lights it on fire, and the other guy pushes it. So I still have to go through him to get where I want to go, also known as the boss arena. Thankfully, I can trigger these 2 guys one at a time because I don't want to fight the shield and that guy at the same time. But first, before we go fight the boss, there's one more thing I have to do, some unfinished business on the Snake Eater ladder as I go down. Snake Eater. I didn't fucking forget. I remembered what you did. You guy who was piece of shit and ran me down in this hallway like a turd. The Saw Hunter badge.